Hey, lovers, welcome to today's Cuppa with Katie. And I've just realized I'm quite chilly and I'm not sure why I'm not wearing a jumper or a jacket. Because even though it's the 8th of June and it should be very warm in England right now, it should definitely be warming up. I'm not getting that feeling at all. So I've got my hot cup of tea here. I hope you're going to be joining with your cup of tea and you can take a little mid-afternoon kind of late lunch break with me and enjoy what I have to share with you today, because I feel like what I'm going to share with you today is the reminder we all need. And I got the reminder so beautifully last week that I just knew I had to share it with you guys. Hello, Emma. Guys, or gals, say hi as you're joining. I love to know who's watching. If you're on replay, you know the drill. Please type hashtag replay so I can keep an eye on who's been watching. If you've got any questions or comments for me as I'm chatting today, feel free to use the chat wherever you are. I know there'll be people watching this on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. We're everywhere. So just comment and say hello and maybe just share your top takeaway from what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Oh, Sarah May. Hello, darling. Oh my God, it's been ages since I've seen your face. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Hope all is well in your world. Let me have a sip of tea and then I'll dive straight in. By the way, did you see that my 5-day Meet Your Soulmate challenge is coming up? It's here again. Oh my God, it's going to be my 6th 5-day free event. My 6th one. So we're getting pretty good at this now. Women are getting great results. Women are meeting their soulmate off the back of doing my 5-day challenge. It's insane. Women are coming to do deeper work with me off the back of it, and they are going on to meet their soulmate. It's incredible. And essentially what we do in the 5-day challenge is connect you back to the truth of who you are and to clear anything blocking or standing in the way of you and what you're calling in, which is kind of what we're going to be talking about today. For the women that come to my Meet Your Soulmate challenge, they're there because they desire to be in a relationship and there's something going on for them that's blocking that person coming in. And so I take them through a 5-day process that helps them to release and, release those blocks, to clear up, clean up, let go of those blocks so that they can receive in soulmate love. So it's a very, very fun and really powerful experience. And if you've not tried it, come try it out. It's pretty amazing. If you've been before, and I have women that have done every single challenge with me and they love it, because even though we're all there because the desire is for you to call in your soulmate, for you to have a relationship, call in your person, it's kind of nothing about that. It's all about calling in you. It's all about the deep inner work. I don't do dating gimmicks. I don't do what's the first text you should send somebody on Bumble. I don't do that. I get experts in to teach that, actually, with programs that I offer. It's not my bag. My bag is helping you to do the really deep inner work. So by the end of a 5-day process with me, or the end of any body of work with me, you feel like you have a depth of relationship with yourself that you have never had before. And that is magnetic. And that means that no matter whether you're single or in a relationship, you've got you. And that is priceless. And you got you forever. You become your own soulmate. Okay. You become your own soulmate. The cherry on top is the relationship. And I know so many of us kind of know that, but you'll really feel that. And it's the feeling of that is so magnetic. Anywho, I'm kind of going off on a tangent. Yes, it is lovely to see you, Sarah, and Kate's here. Hello, honey. Good to have you. All right, so let me share what happened to me last week. I took the week off and I was camping with the family. And actually, we're on the Isle of Wight, and we had this beautiful camp spot. We took our camper van down. We've got this big awning we put up, and we've got tents, and we've got all the kit, and we set up. And honestly, I wonder, like, are we camping, or have we just literally recreated home on a piece of grass because we got all the stuff? But we had a beautiful spot on a cliff top overlooking the ocean. There's this stretch of beach below us that just went on and on and on and on. And it's my favorite thing in the world to wake up and see horizon. It was just horizon. It was beautiful. Downside, cliff edge meant we got all the weather. And we had a lot of wind and quite a lot of rain. So we got blown around a bit. Anyway, as we're unpacking the camper van last week to set up our tents and whatnot. And we have tents, by the way, because the kids have tents, and James and I have this really cool bed in the camper van. Anyway, so we're setting everything up, pulled everything out, and we were missing a camp chair, which isn't ideal because we have this lovely table and we like to sit on our camp chairs around the table. We play cards, we eat dinner, all the things. So we were missing a chair. Not ideal. In the whole scheme of things, not a big deal. And for comfort and to have that like family feel, we needed the extra chair. And I was like, we'll just sit on picnic blankets. We'll make it work. We'll take turns. It'll figure itself out. But we were nowhere near any shops. There wasn't a shop on site that sold camp chairs. There was no way that we could possibly get the additional camp chair that we'd forgotten to bring from home. It was impossible. Just didn't exist. Oh, Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Good to have you. So there we are. We continue setting up. And while we're setting up our campsite, I had a little moment to myself. I thought, wouldn't it be great if a camp chair just miraculously appeared? So just notice what I did there, because this is kind of a teaching. I didn't even realize I was doing it until afterwards. Retrospect's amazing. Hello, Ruth. Good to have you. Hi, hi. So I said, wouldn't it be amazing if another camp chair just turned up? And then, people are joining. You're interrupting my flow, Helen. Hello, darling. Nice to have you. Really nice to have you. And then a little voice did say, but there aren't any around here. Where are we going to get a camp chair from? And then my other voice went, yeah, but wouldn't it be amazing? How cool would it be if one just showed up? I'm available for one to just show up. I just had this kind of thought. I'm available for one to show up, Hi, Jane. Good to have you. No worries, Helen. And I just let that thought go. So what I did right there, let's just to break that down a little bit. I'm back. I don't know what I did there. Can someone please comment and say you've got me? Hi, Francis. It's good to see you. Can you guys just let me know that I'm still live? Because I did something weird with my screen then. I sort of did that with my fingers and you all disappeared. Have you got me? Am I still live? Oh, yeah. Great, Jane. Thank you. I don't know where I went. Isn't that weird? Hi, Joe. Good to have you. Great, great, great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So what did I do there when I was sat? Well, I wasn't sat. I was setting up the tent. I had a thought of, wouldn't it be great? Then I had a little thought that went, it's impossible. But then I had the other thought that went, yeah, but what if it happened? How cool would that be? And then I let it go. So I connected with my desire. Step one, I connected with my desire. I noticed a sabotaging, limiting belief come up. I decided to reconnect with my desire. I decided in that moment, this happened in a split second, right? But it's really fun to kind of break it down. I decided that I wasn't going to listen to the sabotaging belief. Because remember, just because we think something doesn't make it true. And what I thought that was sabotaging was it's impossible, like it can't happen. And actually, in black and white, in reality, it was pretty impossible. Like, where the hell was this chair going to come from? I could go steal one from someone else's campsite. Maybe I could have gone and asked around every single site and said, has anyone got a spare chair? Well, I suppose that would have been possible. But really, like, one wasn't just going to show up. I wasn't going to better just go get a chair, go buy a chair, But I decided that doesn't help my desire. My desire is to have a chair. I want the chair. And so I just re-tapped back into that. And I was playful with it. I was curious. I was open. I actually consciously opened my energy into a state of receivership. I was available to receive this chair no matter how it came in. I was feeling cheeky and playful with it. That cheeky, playful energy was a little bit, wasn't like taunting the universe, but it was a little bit like, I'm up for a bit of a miracle. I'm open. I'm available. Go on then. Show me what you got. That's kind of what my energy was doing. And then I was super surrendered. Just let it go. It was like I had this little thought. It was fun. It was playful. It was curious. It was very open. And then I surrendered it. And these are all key pieces when it comes to manifesting. We have to tap into our desire. We have to notice what is energetically standing in the way between us and the thing that we want. In that moment, it was a limiting belief. Sometimes it's limiting beliefs. Sometimes it's going to be emotional pieces that we haven't processed. It could be stuff connected with, our childhood. And I won't go down that track. By the way, when you come join my 5-day challenge, we really go into that and I help you to see what is blocking you very specifically to having what you want, to calling in your person. And a few of you here have done the 5-day challenge. In fact, I would even go so far as to say that everybody that I know is watching right now, maybe not Sarah, but everybody else has done my 5-day challenge. Can you all just comment on what it was like? What your experience was? That would be awesome. Should people do it? Should we have other women come join us? Let them know. So connect to the desire. Notice what's standing in the way of you and it, choosing differently, choosing to heal that, to overcome that. Getting playful and curious and having that kind of like just fun, non-attached energy around the desire, reconnecting with the desire from that energy, choosing to open up your energy to be available to receive, which is a big piece. I mean, when we're calling in something as profound as a soulmate partner, the boyfriend, the husband, the person, all is going to bring up all our stuff. So vulnerabilities, past pain, heartbreaks, childhood experiences, all the things are going to come up. So that's what we need to work with. They're examples of energetic blocks. We have to choose to heal, to overcome, and to move forward anyway with open energy, with an open, receptive, vulnerable. When we're open and receptive, our heart's exposed, we're vulnerable. We choose to trust and have faith that it's okay to be in that state, to be available to receive what we want. And then we let go of any attachment, any need to know the outcome, any attachment to timelines or how it should come in. We are surrendered and we allow. And this is the state of the feminine. This is the empowered feminine. This is how she manifests. So that's kind of a breakdown of what I did in that split second. I can say this to you now with retrospect, because what happened? We needed something. They had a little shop at the campsite that sold like bread and milk and sausages and stuff, and some plastic shitty kids toys, stuff that fills up landfill that the world doesn't need. Anyway, we needed to get something from the shop. Can't remember what it was. I think it might have been milk. And we walked up to the shop, and there is this chair sat in front of the shop with a little sign attached to it with a little paperclip, little handwritten note with a paperclip saying, free chair, please take me. And we went into the shop and we're like, there's a free chair out there. It says, take me. Is that legit? Like, can we use the chair? And he's like, yeah. Like, I literally just put it outside like 30 seconds ago. So the timing, talk about divine timing. Anybody could have come by at any point to see this chair. And it just was timed that it was put out moments before we arrived to go and get what we needed from the shop. And this chair, I took a picture. I'll need to upload this picture. The chair is identical to the one we'd left at home. It was just a different color. The identical chair, there's lots of different camp chairs out there, is the identical chair, but it was blue and not red. It was slightly broken, like something on the armrest looked a little bit torn, but it didn't affect the functionality of the chair. In fact, the one we left at home is probably more broken. We could do with some new camp chairs. Boom, a new chair, or a chair. We suddenly had our set of chairs. I was like, I was amazed. And it really tapped me back into the reminder of the manifestation process and miracles and magic, and remembering that the magic and miracles is always at play. It is always available to us. It's just whether or not we choose to tap into that. But it is always there and available to us. We get in our own way with reality and what we can see in black and white, and what our perspective and frame of reference is. My perspective and frame of reference from a limited scarcity, not tapping into magic and miracles standpoint was, well, there's no shops around here. There's no camp shops. We have to drive quite a way to go get one. Could we be bothered? Probably not. It doesn't exist because it doesn't. I can't see it, therefore it doesn't exist, is what the brain says. It's not in front of me. No one's told me where to get it immediately right now, so therefore it doesn't exist. It doesn't make that true. We have to open ourselves up for it to come in a way that it's going to come in. And that was so exciting to me. And then I was getting really, really excited about this chair. I was like, I took it to the kids. And I'm like, look, this is an example of how life is supporting us. Life is providing for us all the time. I get that it's just a chair. I'm doing a lot of this today. What's that about? I don't know. I get that it's just a chair. But when it comes to miracles, there's no order. There's no hierarchy to that. It's not like calling in a chair is any less amazing than calling in your soulmate, or calling in that money, or calling in that job, or having that experience. Like, whatever it is that you desire, it's all like, there's no difference between the things. We put different importance on these things. We put different value on these things. We decide what should be hard to manifest and easy to manifest. Like, maybe it's easy to manifest a chair. Maybe it's hard to manifest a man. That's just made up construct. That's not true. That's just what our brain does, because our brain wants to logic everything. And so the logic would say, wow, it's probably a lot easier to manifest a thing like a cheap camp chair than it is to manifest the complexity and amazingness of the amazing human being I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. But there is no such thing. There's no hierarchy between the things. And I really felt like the universe was just giving me this example. And I'm so excited to share it with you. And I nearly did a Cuppa with Katie last week to share this with you then and there. But I was very determined to take a proper week's break. I needed it. I wanted to be with my family. I wanted to be present. So I waited all this a whole week to tell you. And the key to it was opening up my energy to being available to receive it. And this is it. This is my huge reminder to you today is how willing are you to open your energy to be available to receive what it is that you want? How willing are you to stop listening to the self-sabotage? How willing are you to stop focusing on what seems to be possible and real based on your life experience and what you can or can't see right now? I mean, when I was calling in James, my now husband, for those of you that don't know, but I think everybody here knows, that was impossible. I deemed that person impossible to find. I had years of thinking, it's a pipe dream. Who are you kidding? Guys like that don't exist. If they do, they've already been taken. You've missed the boat. You're not good enough. If you could have had a healthy relationship, you would have had one by now. You're in your 40s. It can't happen at this age. You're old. Blah, you've got baggage. You've got a child. All men over 40, have, I don't know, baggage issues. Like they're not very healthy. That whatever, like bazillions of stories. I bought into those for a long time. And they were one reason, because there was other reasons why he wasn't able to come in. There was more energetics at play. There was more, my relationship to the masculine, full stop, needed a complete reboot and rewiring. There was all sorts of different things at play, but my belief systems about men over 40, about men in general, about relationships, about myself, all huge blocks to me having what I desired. He was there. He was looking for me too, as it turned out. And divine timing was everything, by the way, as it was with that chair. It was divinely timed. And it's about trusting that. And it's almost like it is the human experience, isn't it? Like it did feel easy to trust that a chair might come, because like, what was I going to lose if it didn't turn up? I mean, it felt easy to be unattached to the desire of the chair, because there wasn't a lot on it for me. Like I could live without the chair. We would figure a way. As it happened, we went on to find a bench somewhere that we could have pulled up. We'd have figured it out. But there's a lot of, when it comes to calling in a man, there's a lot of emotional attachment to that. And there's a lot of meaning making around, if I don't have that person, like, what does that mean about me? Like I wasn't going there with the chair. I didn't make it mean there's something wrong with me because I didn't have the chair and I couldn't call in the chair, and right. But we have to start to notice what we make it mean when we can't, there I go again, have what we want. Yeah. Let me just have a quick look at the comments. Yes, Jane, isn't it an amazing story? Yeah, it's so, so, so cool. What a great story of instant manifestation. Boom. Yes, and there's no order in miracles. This is what we have to remember. No order in miracles. I know, Ruth, it is wow. Going through all the feels, but doing my utmost, just allow. Yeah. Oh, hold on. You've done another message. What is your other message? I need to listen to this again as reception on train keeps dropping in and out. I'm currently manifesting my ass off as waiting for a decision on an offer I've put in on a house. Okay. going through all the feels, but doing my utmost to just allow. Beautiful. And that's what you got to do right now, Helen, is allow. And notice the limiting beliefs that might be coming up, and choose to remember, just because I think it doesn't make it true. What else could be true? Tapping into the idea that, even if I can't see it, even if it doesn't seem realistic, even though I've not had the call back, doesn't mean it's not for me. And remembering divine timing. Divine timing is everything. I mean, the way I met James, that was so divinely timed. Had I met him, I think even 6 months before, the timing would have been off. I can't quite remember what was going on for him, but I think even 6 months before, he wouldn't have been available for me. Certainly a year before, he would not have been available and ready for me. Ready for me. And actually, I wouldn't have been ready for him. I wouldn't have been ready to have the type of empowered relationship that I desired, because I still had some work to do on myself. I was still healing. So, the manifestation process, and when we speak to divine timing, oftentimes it's like, really, are you the woman that is ready to have the thing that you're calling in? Are you really ready to have that? Because maybe there's some work to do there. This is the work I'm doing with my clients, is helping them to get ready to be the woman that's capable of having the kind of relationship she wants. So yeah, get the amazing guy. You ain't going to keep the amazing guy if you aren't prepared, if you haven't done the inner work, if you're not ready to sustain and maintain that beautiful relationship. He will not be your vibrational match for the relationship. You might meet, doesn't mean it will work out. Let me just have a little look back at these comments. Hold on. Oh, right. Yes, these are comments about, the 5-day challenge. Amazing. Do it. Yes. Oh, Debbie's here. Hi, Debbie. Loved it. Yay. Yes. Ruth saying, done it more than once. Plan to do it again. Yes. Come to the next one. It starts on the 27th of June, my love. Yes, yes, yes. Hold on a second. Oh, Rachel's here. Hi, Rachel. Hello, my lovelies. We'll definitely catch up on the replay. There is no order in miracles. Yes, it's going on the board. Yes, there is no order. We give meaning. We make, our humanness gives our own meaning, loaded with tons of emotion to what we receive and don't receive. Like, what's the difference between finding 5p on the ground versus, like, this happened to me, like, a year ago, I got some random £1,500 check in the mail, and I'm not joking. £1,500 check got sent to me. It was an old PPI claim from 2014. I'm not joking. I put in a PPI claim in 2014. It was rejected. I don't know what happened. I didn't ask any questions. They sent me a letter saying that there was some shift in something, and they realized that they should have paid me, and here it is. 1,500 quid out of the blue. But what's the difference between that and finding 5p on the ground? It's just that I give a greater value to one than the other. And yes, okay, financially, I suppose there obviously there is a greater value, but the way it comes in, the miracle of the unexpected thing is, there's no difference between the two. £1,500 just meant that I can't remember what I actually used that money for. I think it was to buy myself a new iPhone. Something. It was really handy. It's great. Like, thank you so much, universe. Jane saying the challenge is awesome, whether you're single or not. Yes, Jane is not single. I had a few people do my last challenge who are in relationship. They got a lot out of it because, like I said, even though we're there to help you call in your soulmate, it's all about calling in yourself. And that is required to strengthen the relationship you're in. So you can tweak the tasks that I share with you every day. If you're in relationships, really easy to do. Joe's saying, very timely, going through a big shift at work at the moment. I did see your email. I'm still catching up because I was off last week. Just need to allow. Yes. Yes. Don't forget the importance of tapping into desire. Like, know what you want. You are not at the mercy of anything. Get really clear on what do I desire. Right there can be, I mean, there's so many different stages to manifesting. Even getting clear on what you desire can bring stuff up around your worthiness of that. Is that even possible for me? Can you even allow yourself to give yourself permission to spend time feeling into what do I really want? You have to know the answer to that to then even get to a place of non-attachment and surrendered, open-hearted energy, and like allowing it to come in. So it's quite the journey, and every element of manifesting will our humanness, our stuff will come up, and at every point of the journey we're being invited to overcome that. Interestingly, just one final example, we as a family have made a decision to do an international move next year. We don't know where. We've got some ideas. It is requiring my husband to line up an international posting that means we can all go together. And we were having conversations where he was saying, we're giving ideas of different places in the world. And there was one place in particular that I'm quite keen to live. And he was like, there's no position there for me, like that. There's no roles there for me. They don't, I can't get a transfer to that part of the world. He's telling that to the wrong person. I said, yeah, I know it seems like on paper that's impossible. I'm pretty sure he used the word that's impossible. I said, I know it seems like it's impossible, but how about we just open up to the possibility? What if we could be available to being shown what's available to us? Now, it might not be that place. It could be somewhere even better that we didn't even realize existed, but can we just open up to possibility? Can we just choose to not shut down any options right now? Can we choose, well, actually, South Africa, one of the options currently is in Africa. It's not, and there will be time spent in South Africa if we take that option. So anyway, I don't want to say too much right now because we don't have the answers yet. But there's 3 significant offers on the table at the moment. And so I said, look, let's just not get attached to what is apparently possible and not possible. Can we just open our energy and be available to receive what is perfect for us? The next day, somebody contacted him and said, a post has become available in this place. I'm not going to say yet. Some of you know me and you know what I'm talking about. Don't put it in the comments. And they said, and it was where I said I wanted to live. I'm not even joking. It was the next day. He came home. He's like, you're not going to believe it. I went, yeah, I kind of do believe it. So, the wheels are in motion. And then 2 other really incredible opportunities have opened up. So it's like, there's processes to move through, there's hurdles to jump. We don't have any answers yet. All I know is my only work is to stay open, to trust, to stay connected to how I desire to feel in this location. My other desire is an amazing international school. Anyway, all I know is to stay connected to my desire, to notice any limitations that come up, to choose to move through those, to stay surrendered, to stay unattached, and to remain playful and curious. It's really, really key. Yes, Rachel, it is very exciting. And the great thing is I have, I've spent years building a business that will allow me to continue running my business no matter where. As long as it's got awesome Wi-Fi, that's on the desires list. As long as it has awesome Wi-Fi, we're good. And a couple of the destinations that we are looking at are perfect for running retreats. So watch this space. Anywho, I felt like it was really important to share this message with you gals today. And I really hope that it just gives you a nugget of something that you needed to hear. It's the reminder that you needed. Like Rachel reiterated, there is no order in miracles. What you desire is available for you. Whether you believe it or not, it's available for you. Isn't that cool? Whether you believe it or not, it's available for you. Whether you feel worthy of it or not, it's available for you. Whether it even exists in the world right now, I don't know why I'm doing a lot of this today. I think you've got to when you're talking about manifesting. Whether it exists in the world or not, it's still available for you. Yeah. I mean, we have to remember these basics. Like, once upon a time, nobody knew electricity existed. Didn't make it true that it wasn't there and possible. Once upon a time, nobody believed you could fly. Didn't make it true that it wasn't possible. We really have to tap into this. It's not fantastical. It's not wishful thinking. And sometimes it can feel really, really hard to believe it to be true. I know there's things in my world at the minute, and I'm not going to lie. I'm like, wow, am I having to dig deep into my faith and trust? It feels hard having the human experience and not being able to really fully believe that I can have the thing that I want. It doesn't make it true that I can't, though. And I can love the part of me that struggles. I can remember the prayer that says, even though I don't know how to believe it right now, I'm willing to be shown. We don't have to be perfect to have the thing that we want. We don't even have to manifest perfectly. That makes me feel really emotional saying that, because that's something really powerfully true has just come through there. Maybe that's for me. We don't have to be perfect to have the thing we want. Oh, that feels really big. We don't have to manifest perfectly. We don't have to get it right. We don't have to have total faith and trust all the time, because quite frankly, the human experience is such that we don't. I called in James and I had moments of deep trust and faith that he was coming. A lot of the time, right up until the day I met him, I still doubted. But every single day, I chose to overcome the doubt and lean into faith. It was a practice every single freaking day. I chose every day to move through my blocks, to continue my healing journey, to learn to trust the masculine, like every day until it happened. It was a completely imperfect process, but I was committed to the journey. And that was the key. And I was supported in that journey. I was in community while on that journey. I didn't do it alone. I was really invested in the journey. It wasn't about being perfect. So whether you needed that reminder or not, apparently I did. So thank you for holding space for me to get the reminder that I needed today. Yes, 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 yes. So good to hang out with you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm going to let you get back to your day. Sending you all my love. Please, if you haven't done the 5-day challenge, come join us. We start on the 27th of June. So it's like 2.5 weeks away. If you've done it, come do it again, because you know how much fun it is. If you have any single girlfriends, please tell them about it. The link is here on the page for you. Please share it. Maybe even share this video. Who do you know needs this reminder? Who do you know has big desires at the moment and needs to remember this? Share it with them, please. Let's share the love. You're welcome, Rachel. Nice to see you, honey. Big love back to you too. All right, darlings, have a gorgeous afternoon. And I will, oh, hold on. Wait. One more message. Karen will do the next 5-day challenge. Yeah, it's really fantastic and got so much from it. And I have learned to love myself when I never thought it was possible. And a lot has shifted in my life, and I recommend doing it. And Katie is fabulous. Thank you, Karen. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, your growth since doing your last 5-day challenge, epic, epic. But you're doing what I just said. You know, you've invested in support. So Karen's in my Love Lounge membership. She invested in support. She's invested in community. There's accountability in community. There's sisterhood. That the relationships that you're forming, the support network is such an important part of it. Yeah. You're doing all the right things, Karen. And I know that you're not doing it perfectly every day, because I know what you share with me, and none of us here are, including me. We're going to do our best, and we're committed to it. Amen to that. All right. Love you. See you next week. Ciao, ciao.